Hi friends! I am so excited you're here because I have the most terrifying TBR of the year, and that is the TBR where I realize I have not hit any of my goals for my reading goals this year. My 24 and 24, my Goodreads goal. I am 60 books away from my Goodreads goal. Not panicking. I'm panicking a little bit. So let's jump right into it. The read along and readathon I want to participate in for November is I want to do the Crypted Readathon, which my friend Crystal is a co-host with some other booktubers, and I really want to read a nonfiction book for this. It's called America's Monsters, and it's on Everand. I find myself more interested in like the nonfiction, I do quotations with it, about cryptids and like how it intertwines with like folklore and stuff. Like I'm so interested in that stuff. I've realized that like cryptid books sometimes don't really work for me. I think the last one that did was Below by Laurel Hightower. I really liked that one. But I just have a tough time with cryptid books when they're like fiction or horror usually. So I think a nonfiction one is going to work for me this year, especially it being like audio as well. And then my friend Jennifer from Literary Love 123 is doing a House of Leaves read along, and I really want to join in and do a reread of House of Leaves. I know I didn't hit my goal yet of any of my other goals, but I want to reread House of Leaves. I read this in 2 days, like a couple years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? And I have never been the same since. And I think this would be fun to reread at a slower pace with some people. And yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. And just like read, the pages a week or something all month, I think would be really nice to just kind of take it a bit slow and not be a crazy person and lock myself in my room for 2 days straight just reading House of Leaves. Did I do that? I might have done that when I read it. Okay, and then the very, very scary part here is my Paperbacks from Hell 24 and 24. I am so behind. I'm like very, very behind. And a lot of these books do not have audiobooks. And they're tiny, tiny font and tiny, tiny little paperbacks, old paperbacks. So I guess I'll start with The Hunger. I was supposed to read this for October. Did not happen. And I was kind of bummed because this is vampires. There's no audio for it anywhere. It does not exist, which is sad because there's an adaptation of it, which is one of my favorite vampire movies of all time, but there's no audio. Like, what? This one I was supposed to read for Old School April. Did not happen. I found a little like thing for a prompt on the back of this from Old School April. Wait and See by Ruby Jean Jensen. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I actually don't know if there's an audiobook for this or not. I should see. I should really check. And then The Nestling by Charles L. Grant. This would probably work for like a cryptid book as well. I believe this is about the Thunderbird. And Kelsey gifted this to me forever ago. And I just really, really need to get to it. And then The Night of the Moon Bow. I wanted to say Night Bow by Thomas Tryon. This is actually a summer book, and I was supposed to read it in summer. And you guys know I have 2 editions of this. I have a hardback edition somewhere. So if I can't find an audio for it, I might switch to the hardback just because, like, oh gosh. I don't know why I can't do small print anymore. I might need reading glasses. That's probably why. And I'm just putting it off. I just saw an illustration on here and now I'm curious. I kind of want to see. Oh, it's just for the parts. Yeah. So very, very terrifying reading 4 Paperbacks from Hell that may or may not have audiobooks for all of that. So that is absolutely terrifying to me. Then These are really scary. So I picked these out for my Ouija game. As you guys can tell, I'm not going to play my Ouija game for this TBR. I'm being haunted by past Ouija game picks that I need to read. I know one of them does not have an audiobook for sure, and that's Smithy by Amanda Desiree. This is a haunted house story slash animal story about a chimpanzee. No audio for it. And my friend Lindsay was so nice to gift this to me because I know she loves it, and she read it physically and was like, I love it. It did take some time because of reading it physically, and I believe it's like a found footage or mixed media book, which would be kind of cool for like House of Leaves as well to do another mixed media book. So 2 mixed media books that are pretty long. I'm just so scared. And then Clive Barker's Books of Blood, volume 4 through 6. These are short stories. I have terrible luck with short stories. Also, there is audio for these, but the volumes are separate on Audible, and I can't find them anywhere else. So I don't know if I will be doing that. I don't know. The font doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too small. So I think I'm going to try it out. This has been haunting me like for half a year. I forget when my Ouija game picked this out, but it's just been like, ooh, I'm here. You haven't read me yet. And then The Howler by Mary San Giovanni. I was supposed to read this like 4 months ago from Ouija Game, I'm pretty sure. Have not done it. This is an indie book, and I just really need to get to it because I've had it for a year now, over a year, and it's just also been haunting me. Like, ooh, I'm creepy. You should read me. And then I have a rollover from October. I read half of this in October. I have the arc of it from Libro. Is it Libro FM? And I was listening to it at work, and it was kind of like the perfect easy listen to. It's YA, dark academia, vampire vibes. There's like a contest. There's like a school. It's very easy to listen to, but it also is giving me more of those like fall vibes, like November, December vibes. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna push this off until November, and here we are. So yes. I also have a vlog planned for reading new horror books that will have 4 to 5 new horror books that was released in October, because October was a huge month for horror books being released. I wonder why. So I plan on seeing that from me. I'm so excited to dive into some new horror, and absolutely terrified of my freaking giant stack of books here to read in November. And also November is going to be crazy busy, so I'm absolutely terrified. How many times can I say I'm terrified? Absolutely terrified. But let me know what you guys plan on reading in November, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.